Fear is a shadow that looms over the strongest of warriors, the wisest of sages, and the humblest of men. But the Bhagavad Gita, an eternal scripture of wisdom, teaches us that fear is not the absence of bravery, but the absence of self-realization. Today, we journey through two powerful stories from the Mahabharata that show us how true courage is not about defeating enemies, but about conquering oneself. Arjuna's doubt and the path to Dharma. As the conch shells of war echoed across Kurukshetra, Arjuna, the invincible warrior, stood trembling. He, who had once single-handedly defeated entire armies, now questioned the very battle he was destined to fight. He saw not enemies before him, but family, teachers, and loved ones. His heart wavered, his bow slipped from his grasp, and in that moment he surrendered to doubt. Krishna, how can I fight when those I love stand on both sides of this battlefield? Is it not better to renounce this war than to be cursed by the weight of their blood? Krishna, his divine charioteer, smiled knowingly. He saw not just Arjuna's present suffering, but the illusion that clouded his mind. With a voice as steady as the cosmos itself, he said, "You grieve for those who should not be grieved for. The wise lament neither for the living nor the dead. The soul is eternal, Arjuna. It is neither born nor does it die. Your duty is to act, not to be attached to the outcome. Fear arises when you cling to what is perishable. But true warriors, true seekers of truth, act in harmony with Dharma, unshaken by the illusions of gain and loss." As Krishna revealed his Virat Rupa, his universal form, Arjuna saw worlds within worlds, the beginning, the end, and everything in between. He realized that fear comes from attachment, and the only way to be fearless is to accept one's duty without hesitation. With his doubts dissolved, he picked up his bow once more. Abhimanyu's fearless stand against the Chakravyuha. While Arjuna was given the gift of Krishna's wisdom, his son Abhimanyu was given no such moment of guidance. Yet, he embodied fearlessness in the purest form. On the 13th day of battle, the Kauravas devised a near impenetrable formation, the Chakravyuha. It was a maze of warriors, layered like an unbreakable spiral. Only Arjuna knew how to both enter and exit the formation, but fate had taken him far from the battlefield that day. When the Pandavas saw the Chakravyuha approaching, they knew only one among them had the knowledge to break inside, the young prince, Abhimanyu. Though still a boy, his resolve did not waver. He knew the risks, yet he smiled at his uncles and rode forward, his chariot alone against thousands of warriors. He entered the Chakravyuha with the ferocity of a lion, breaking through line after line of seasoned warriors. His bow never rested, his arrows found their mark, and for a while, it seemed as if he alone could take on the Kaurava army. But the cruelest twist of fate awaited him. He knew how to enter the Chakravyuha, but not how to leave. Surrounded, outnumbered, and exhausted, he was struck from all sides. Yet, even in his final moments, he stood tall, unbowed, defiant. His last words were not of regret, but of pride in fulfilling his duty. Abhimanyu's sacrifice was not in vain. His fearless spirit ignited the hearts of the Pandavas, and his name became immortal in the annals of time. His story teaches us that fearlessness is not the absence of danger. It is standing your ground despite it. The timeless message of the Gita. What do these two stories teach us? Arjuna teaches us that fear comes from attachment, and only wisdom can set us free. Abhimanyu teaches us that courage is action despite fear, even when we stand alone. In our own lives, we may not stand on the battlefield of Kurukshetra or face a Chakravyuha of warriors, but we face battles of the mind, the heart, and the soul every single day. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. Yet, the Bhagavad Gita teaches us that fear is only as powerful as we allow it to be. Krishna's words still echo through time. He who has no attachments, who acts without expectation, who is firm in both success and failure, he is truly free. The question remains, will you let fear dictate your life, or will you embrace the art of being fearless?